Scoo-be-doo. But if you replace the O's with E's, it becomes skibidi. So a couple of days ago, BTMC made a bet with Enzo Supercraft, the guy that posts on Reddit all the time, that if Ed doesn't get a 1k PP by the end of September, he will dye his hair blue. But in exchange, if he actually does get a 1k PP by the end of September, Enzo will go bald. Now, this is a very unfair situation because Ed is washed, right? The chances of him getting a 1k PP is almost as likely as you winning a lottery. Not very likely, but if you have analyzed Ed's streams for the past week, it's clear and it's evident that he's been putting in a lot of attempts and he's even popping off, like his recent video where if he gets #1 place on a map, he gets $100 and the map is like what, 900 PP? Needless to say, like after an hour, which was the time limit, he almost got it. He almost set a 900 PP in a span of an hour. So needless to say, he got this in the bag, as I am a firm believer in BTMC. So here are some hair dye recommendations that I have for you, Ed. Now, since you are in America, it's very easy to find a Sally's like anywhere near you. Usually I recommend Ion. It's a very trusted brand to go by. Pretty like non-damaging to your hair, but it's on the expensive side. Another dye that if you don't want to go permanent is probably Arctic Fox, another popular brand that people use. But I don't think the colors shine through as much. Yeah, it's either between Ion and Arctic Fox. Personally, I think Sky Blue. I think Sky Blue would look okay on you, cause look, so this is what your hair looks like when you just dye it. Personally, I don't know. I think you could go a little bit darker. Yeah, like a darker blue, and then it gradually fades into like a pastel color would be nice, or even something like tanzanite, right? Like tanzanite that gradually fades into like a dark blue would look very good on you, Ed. You got this. In other news, a Reddit user has posted a thread on Reddit where he shared his experience about how Osu actually got him out of legal troubles. As he shared in the post, he was accused of being somewhere and committing something which he didn't do, and fortunately, he was able to use Osu as an alibi because Osu records your activity, your playtime, play data, the moment that is set in real time. So luckily for Anon here, he was playing Osu at the time of this incident. Now, regarding the severity of the case, I don't think it extends so far as murder, because I don't think that playing a video game would act as a sufficient alibi for not being present at a crime scene for a murder case. But luckily, this time, Anon got off thanks to Osu. But the unfortunate thing is the lawyers and all the professionals at the courthouse there had to watch him play Santa-san. I believe the trial went as this. My honor, my client clearly was farming Santa-san, and it's clear that he's just shit miss right here. This just shows that his inadequacy in committing anything, shows that he's clearly unable to commit this act of violence or crime or what fucking ever. Also, not including the fact that he's playing this video game while listening to Merry Christmas music. And someone in the thread mentioned how since Santa-san was mapped by Monstrata, and Monstrata is actually a lawyer. He's a licensed lawyer. And funnily enough, Monstrata actually saw the post, so he made a tweet on Twitter talking about how funny it is and how the professionals in the courthouse probably have to explain what PP is. Because if he was on the other side against Anon's case, he would probably argue that Osu is just a made-up game and PP is just currency in the game, that the more you have of it, the better you are, and the creator of the game is PPY, PP. So it together in that sequence of sentencings makes Osu sound like a made-up game, which is fair. The whole situation is crazy because it's really insane that Osu got someone out of a criminal case. Because if you've seen Launch Osu Iceberg video, there was a murderer that had an Osu account. Recommend checking that out. What colors do they have? Wait, Sapphire is kind of fire. I think Sapphire would be pretty damn good with Ed. I don't know, man. I think it's I think it's a sapphire angle. Sapphire at Tanzanite. Tanzanite is closer to purple, but I think sapphire would be good. Yeah.